Hey guys, I'm Faye. Welcome to the final episode of our Yunnan Laos trip. Remember the relaxing days in Luang Prabang? Well, now we have arrived here along the China-Laos Railway. I wonder if you've ever heard of such a magical place in Laos between Vientiane and Luang Prabang. There's a natural adventure park. The northeast rolling mountains give way to vast plains in the south. If you see all these deep rock formations pumping up right out of the farmlands, that is vangvieng. You might not know much about Laos geography, but the moment you see those sharp limestone peaks, you'll be amazed, just like I was. The karst scenery here looks exactly like a picturesque landscape in Guangxi, China. Shaped by rain over millions of years, these mountains have formed stunning caves and lagoons, making this place a paradise for outdoor lovers. We'll catch you guys up on what we've been up to into this little Guangxi of Laos. Show you the amazing adventures in this limestone paradise. So yeah, we're going to hit a road and we're going to show you what we get into.
我们坐的山蹦子，太晚了没有车了，包了一个山蹦子去酒店。我们的酒店比较偏，总共是20万吉普。
We'd booked a tent hotel, decided for an outdoor stay, but following the GPS, the road got worse and worse. Suddenly, we were in a village, with trucks zooming by and disco music blaring from a bar. We almost gave up and found another spot, but decided to stick it out and walk in. Turns out, the boss and the staff were literally waiting for us, since we were the last guests of the night, and they'd saved hot food in the kitchen. That's when we went from, oh no, to, oh, that's really sweet. The owner is a laid-back Frenchman. He opened this place in 2024 and operated only during the dry season. When it rains, he travels and visits friends. His days involve cleaning the pool, tending the garden, and riding the motorbike. He pays the manager and the manager handles the rest. He fell for the slow life here after arriving from Thailand years ago and decided to stay. People here call each other Mr. and Miss, like old friends. With just 3 rooms, it's a stress-free spot with no strict schedules. We saw the owner lounging in a lawn chair watching a soccer game, while the staff drank coffee and chatted with us like old acquaintances. It's simple, not fancy, and the views are not picture perfect, but that is charm. There are flowers in the garden and dogs barking afar. It has an incredibly relaxed vibe that feels so natural. This is the Yunnan Laos countryside. In Vangvieng at dawn, we heard paragliders starting up. Colorful hot air balloons looked like candies scattered across the sky. It's nothing like the peaceful mornings at temples in Luang Prabang. Vangvieng is full of energy. Seriously, forget about chilling on a couch with coffee here. We took a tuk-tuk into the mountains, and both sides of the road were full of farmland. Since it was the dry season in Laos, the rice had been harvested, and only a few cows grazed slowly in the fields. This place is more rural than Luang Prabang, and honestly, people come here not for fancy dining or beach relaxation. They're here to find cool hiding spots in the mountains. And the mountains we passed were fascinating. Not too high, they looked like stacked sharp blades. From afar, we could see rest stops at the mountain's tops with crazy stuff inside. Winged horses, motorbikes, even a tiny airplane. How did they get those things up there? This place is literally a paradise for adventures. You gotta check it out. The tuk-tuk driver took us to a popular local rocky mountain. It's called Nanxing Viewpoint in English, but locals call it Motorbike Mountain because of a motorbike on the top. At first, the path was flat with man-made steps. It was like climbing a mountain in China. With familiar sights around, there were low bushes, trees, and bamboo handrails and path sides. Those simple handrails were really helpful in the steep parts.
所以说广西那边的山也能这样爬上去吗？
应该能吧。
这还真需要扶手了。
In narrow sections, we had to give way and sometimes work sideways. Even though the mountain was only 500 meters high, I climbed it like a 1,000-meter one. I was sweating a lot, so I took off my coat. I don't want to think about climbing a real 1,000-meter mountain.
爬了100多米就累了，出汗了。
汗肯定出。
哇！这是弄的钢索，方便我们往上爬。真的就是在岩石里面爬，
我好喜欢。
像它的石头都是这种特别尖的，如果你滑倒了，很有可能把你磕来流血。
As we neared the top, the path got steeper. Some paths were almost vertical. We had to grab rocks or branches to climb, like rock climbing without gear. 现在多少米了？我看见标牌了，才200米，差一半呢。
昨儿那大哥帮我按摩还是有用处，他帮我拉伸，咵，对，
脚趾头都帮你拿了。
对，感觉人被柔软了。
特别的锋利，像刀子一样。这是喀斯特地貌，这个应该是石灰岩，常年被雨水冲刷就会变成这样。好，我们现在继续往上爬。
哎，那个，我被狗离开了，我也别就狗离了，嘿嘿狗离呢。
我们现在要继续沿着这儿 往上走，现在可能刚走了一半，继续加油。爽！
哇，好漂亮！
Hello, now we are climbing the mountain top. It's not really tired and it's really comfortable.
更难的是在下山，
Yeah, most
一会儿
difficult
是一个更大的挑战。
part is to go down the mountain. Look at the view here. It's really beautiful. Wow. I like. What's also cool is that even though climbing a mountain was tough, the view from the top was really beautiful. And I noticed that quite a few kids climbed to the top on their own. I really admire their perseverance. The mountaintop is really narrow. There's just a pavilion for people to rest and a motorbike. I guess they were probably brought up by a helicopter because of the mountain pass is so steep that it would be really hard to transport them by manpower. The motorbike is right next to the cliff and a mountaintop. Tourists line up to straddle it and take pictures. It's like a milestone with special meaning, attracting people from below to the top. I think that even when climbing Mount Everest, a lot of the time there's no special reason. It's just that the mountain stands there as a milestone.
Hello guys. Yeah, we have completed our mountain show, our mountain climbing travel, and now we're going to play in the water. Wow, I'm so excited, and I think it's really the paradise for outdoor activities. I really love it, and I feel so free. And I think the mountain climbing is not really difficult for the young people. And I also saw some children and some elders, they climb the mountain. And I think it's a challenge, but it's really worth to try it. Okay, and later we're going to play the water. I'm going to show you what we get to. Come on.
There are 6 lagoons in Vangvieng. The local mountains have karst caves and underground rivers. These underground rivers flow out of the mountains and turn into small streams, which then converge to form these lagoons of different sizes. We picked Blue Lagoon 3. The driver took us to a village. I was shocked there was an entrance fee about 20,000 kip. I guess the money is used for keep the place clean. There are not many tourists here. You can swim, play underwater zip line, or go diving here. Seriously, I can't wait to try out that water zip line.
哦，可以可以可以可以。
哇塞！这你能玩？
The zipline looks simple, but standing on the platform is nerve-wracking. It requires some skills like lower center of gravity and grip the handle tightly before sewing into the air, or you will end up in the water. Tried it several times, we got a hang of it. Right now, I'm ready for the high difficulty rope swing dive. It's all about core strength. Many cannot handle the rope's impact. Even with my light weight, I still missed the mark, falling into the water early. It really seems to be a challenging activity. There were also many parents with their children playing in the water by the lake. Interestingly, a father held his child between his legs, ready to jump off the platform. The child was not afraid at all and had a really great time, becoming the focus of everyone's attention. This reminded me of the time when I was a child learning to swim. At that time, I was full of excitement about the water, and I could feel myself making progress every time. However, in a swimming class at university, many adults who couldn't swim were actually afraid of the water, and resisted getting into it. Maybe as we grow, our fear of the unknown grows too, stopping us from taking risks.
Hello guys, now I have played the water and we're taking the tuk-tuk car to the next place and we're gonna to play the boat. I'm gonna show you there's some cows here. That's so cute. And, because we just jumped on one, so now I feel so cold. But the sun just running warm. Now I'm trying to dry my hairs under the sunshine. It's a natural, drying. It feels so special. And I really love this sunshine, the mountains, the wind, the green trees, the land, and all of these natural things. It makes me feel so great. Can you feel that? Can you feel freedom? Natural thing, everything. I really love it. I hope you also love it.
So in the evening in Vangvieng, when the sun had turned much gentler, we decided to hit a jungle zipline and then take kayaking upstream along the Nansong River to wrap up today's outdoor adventure. The destination is by the Nansong River, called Ankle Cave, and the landmark is a blue bridge. There are a total of 8 ziplines here, and the last one is an extremely long one, nearly 400 meters, spanning across the Nansong River. I've never tried the zipline before, and I feel it's going to be super thrilling. As we strapped in at the preparation area, screams echoed from the ziplines above. That made us both excited and scared, and I can't wait to give it a try.
"感觉像爬塔山。
Yeah.
这个总长度是1.45公里，应该是万隆最长的 zipline。害怕吗？
有点紧张。
哎，我的腿都是酸的。这就来到第一段了。OK。哇！有，哦，怎么样？怎么样
I feel so calm.
啥？
我觉得很平静。
嗯。
It's not really
excited.
not. It's really not so fun. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Hold the rope tightly. Maybe next step I'm gonna to try to lose my hand and
Okay.
enjoy.
要拽回去了。
Back in the 1980s and 1990s, there were similar cross-river ziplines in Yunnan, China. High mountains and deep valleys made transportation really difficult. These ziplines serve to transport goods in tough areas and help residents across the river. You could see people using them for items and livestock, and even kids from the other side of the river taking the zipline to school. But nowadays, transportation in Yunnan has become extremely convenient, and those old-fashioned ziplines have turned into tourist attractions. I definitely want to give it a try if I ever get a chance. I'm sure it will be a completely unique thrill.
你也可以躺着，像那个吊猪一样，吊猪过河一样。你看那个怒江峡谷，把猪运过河了，猪在上面惨叫。对呀、
太酷了！这也不是很快啊。It's great, feel great. 你好，你好，谢谢。哦，我的。他俩一个。
Then in the evening, we saw many kayaks and the Nansong River, and we decided to join in the fun. We rented two with 2 men in one and 2 women plus the instructor in the other for balance.
哟！
Since the river was calm and we were going downstream, so it was really easy to get a hand of it. All we had to do was to steer. Even though it's a dry season in Laos and the roads are full of dust kicked up by passing cars, the river water stayed clear and cool. Our kayak drifted with the current, taking us through tree-shaded stretches. Local houses and fancy hotels came into view, and the mountains in the distance, making it look just like a traditional Chinese landscape painting.
拜拜。
water flow of the Nansong River is gentle and the water is shallow. I just absolutely love it. Some people float on big car tires, beer in hand, soaking up the sun and the cool water. It's such a laid-back and enjoyable way of life. Along the riverbank, there are locals playing in the water with their keys, or having fun in the pavilions by the river, playing music, drinking, and grilling. They smile as they watch the boats dark in the shallows, and it feels like we're part of their post-meal entertainment. The chill vibe there is just amazing. This scene reminds me of when I was a child, waiting with friends, hunting for crabs, skipping stones. Even though we did the same things day after day during our vacations, it was filled with joy and relaxation. As the kayaking near the shore, the sun sank behind the mountains. Colorful hot air balloons rose against the dawn of paragliders, ending our outdoor day in Vangvieng. Then we walked along the simple wooden bridge over the Nansong River and arrived at the main street of Vangvieng. This place is more primitive and rugged than Lumpur, just as I had imagined. The street was lined with outdoor travel agencies and vehicle rental shops, showing how outdoor sports dominated the local economy. We booked a $90 per person hot air balloon ride for tomorrow, excited for a unique experience. Exhausted from the day, so I decided to treat myself to a Lao hot pot to replenish my protein. This kind of hot pot is different from those in China. The middle of the pot is for grilling meat, and the grills around it can be filled with water to cook vegetables. Although it's a bit simple, it tastes really good. Of course, Lao beer is also a regular on our dining table. Hello, morning. And this morning we are going to take this, balloon travel to see the sun rise. It's gonna be a really, exciting adventure for us because we never tried this before. And I just take some video about this, and there are 4 parts separated, and this work stuff they are preparing to organize this. And as you can see the color of the sky has gotten brighter. And yeah, as you can see that there's a lot of people here, and all of us gonna do. Wow, look at this.
Wow.
Fire.
他们在调试
Yeah. It's amazing.
，amazing。那边也在，这边是放热气球的一个场地，还比较宽阔。一会儿我们准备从这儿起飞，看日出，然后欣赏万荣的城市的景象。
See you later. We're going to show you the view from the balloon.
Yeah.
There were about 7 or 8 staff members around our hot air balloon. Flying a balloon needs teamwork. The sun hadn't risen yet, and I stood beside the burner, watching as the staff ignited it. The huge flames banished the darkness and gave off intense heat. It was my first time seeing this, and the flames were massive. With the staff working together, the hot air balloon quickly inflated. The flames made the balloon flicker, just like a light bulb with unstable power supply. Gradually, these colorful hot air balloons were like mushrooms emerging from the ground after the rain. By then, quite a few hot air balloons had started to ascend. As they drifted away, they gradually turned into candies of various sizes scattered across the sky. After pre-lunch preparations, we climbed into the balloon cabin.
在这边吧，那就这边吧。你先听。来。
要爬着的。
对。
Unlike airplanes, it rose slowly without weightlessness. As altitude increased, the houses and streets of Vang below became smaller and smaller, making me dizzy with wobbly legs. I dared not look down, so I could only stick the action camera out of the cabin to film the scene below. At around 7 in the morning, a golden light appeared along the distant mountain edge. The sun, like a shy red face, slowly emerged, sometimes seen close and sometimes far behind the mountains. The deep blue sky was gradually illuminated by the sun's red glow. The outlines of the mountains that had fallen into darkness gradually became visible, and the town below began to wake up. Vehicles and people moved slowly and rose. Starting another day, I had seen many sunrises before at the seaside, on mountaintops, in cities, and by tourist fields, but I had never overlooked a sunrise from high in the sky. This was truly a wonderful experience. Although hot air balloons looked so huge on the ground, they appeared so tiny in the air. Compared to the nearby mountains, they were like a dead line drifting in the wind. In this vast world, I truly feel the smallness of humanity. We float like dust between heaven and earth, while only the universe flows on eternally. Once the sun fully leaped over the mountains, our hot air balloon started to descend. As houses and streets below grew larger, we were about to return to the ground. The early rising hot air balloons, one after another, landed on various open spaces in the town of Vang, forming a unique picture together with the city street scenery behind them. As the cabin landed steadily, the short drift in the sky of Vang ended. Overall, I think next time I might take a hot air balloon to see different scenery. Of course, I will save all this for next time. So, leaving Vang, we are about to start heading home too. We got to Vientiane, the capital of Laos. This historical ancient capital, named after the milling elephants of the ancient Lanxiang Kingdom, has an architecture in the city center. Old pagodas at street corners, old houses hiding among the hustle and bustle of the city, and a towering big trees by the roadside. All of these are telling the story of this city's past. You can also see the marks that modern construction has left on this ancient capital. Spacious bank headquarters and conference houses, massive wires and optical cables by the roadside, high-end hotels by the Manku River, delicate French restaurants and streets, and the lively riverside night markets all inject fresh vitality into this old city. So, and the last night in Laos, we sat at the highest point in the country, ordered a Vientiane night drink, and looked down at the city lies below. We had an unforgettable, relaxing time in Laos. If we ever get a chance to come back, I think we should explore southern Laos. Alright, this is the final episode of our Yunnan Laos journey. Along the way, we explore the secret of harmonious coexistence between humans and nature hidden in the ancient terraces in Yunnan's mountains. We spent a joyful New Year in Jianshui and Shiping, Yunnan, where a century-old railway witnessed the rise and fall of wealthy merchant villages. Then, we took the railway south to Laos, enjoyed a leisurely slow life in Luang Prabang, and ended our trip in the outdoor paradise of Vang. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow us. We will see you guys in the next one. Bye!